And let's zoom out and see the result. And that's beautiful. Welcome everyone to another video from ccqMap.com. Today I'm going to demonstrate to you a very interesting example of source image information extraction. So here we have prepared a very beautiful drone image of a river region. The objective today is to distinguish and extract different types of vegetation. As you can see, we have river, forest, consisted of trees and bushes. We have grassland all over the place and floating algae at these ponds. First, let me make some classifications. Let's define the forest type A vegetation, such as these places with bushes and trees. Type B vegetation will be grassland. As you can see, the color of the grassland varies slightly across the image. We have a bit darker here, lighter green one, and we also have yellowish grassland here. And type C vegetation will be these floating yellowish algae at pond areas. The objection of this exercise is to test and see whether QMap is able to distinguish and extract different types of vegetation separately and accurately. Okay, let's start out by extracting type A vegetation by selecting sample pixels in a localized area, such as this river bending here. Let's test it out and see if the software is able to use sample points from this local area and to locate all other similar pixels in the same image. So, as usual, let's go to this linear analysis button. Let's zoom in a little bit. Make some selection. Zoom out and click test. The result turns out to be fine, but the forest at the top portion of the image was not picked up. That is because the shooting angle of the image which caused pixel distortion. Let's try again and include some of the pixels here. Now this time, the software has extracted most of the forest area in this picture, and it's quite accurate too. Of course, we can do a little bit of tweaking, such as adding or deleting sample points here and there to make it even more satisfactory. Sometimes it's about trial and error to get the most accurate result that you want. Okay, now let's try something different and extract type B vegetation by using the same method. Type B vegetation is the grassland. So we start by selecting sample points at relevant areas. Be aware the grassland has different colors in this picture, such as the brownish, muddy type of grassland, a yellowish grassland and a greenish grassland. So we will do the same here and select sample points. Again, let's zoom in a little bit. We try to include as many types of grassland as possible. And let's zoom out and see the result. And that's beautiful. Most of the grasslands in the whole picture are extracted, and the highlighted pixels excluded the forest area, river, and the floating algae, as you can see here. Now some of the type B vegetation appears at forest area. That is because at some places, grassland and forest are mixed together. Finally, let's take a look at type C vegetation, which are algae floating at pond areas. Same as before, let's start by selecting sample points at the pond. Let's try it out. We will zoom in so we can take a better look at these. Now we have to be careful not to select the water part at the pond, because that will affect the extraction result. Let's zoom out and take a look. The result looks quite good, to be honest. I'm satisfied with it. So I will save this image by clicking the process button right here. By clicking the process button, the extracted information will be flattened onto the original image. And if say you want to save this image, you can click Save As, select PNG for example, and give it a file name, test111, let's say, and save. And it will be saved onto your local disk. And you can load it in the future if you want to. In summary, we have shown that QMap is able to identify and extract different types of similar desired features. In this case, different types of vegetation, even though they look alike. And you can always adjust the result by adding or deleting sample points. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.